Hi, guys, and thank you for being a part of the program on this Tuesday and the 26th day of April, where it's been pretty nice out there, a lot of sun, temperatures well into the 80s again, and of course we're getting ready for some changes, and we'll outline that for you in more detail in just a few moments. Showers and storms set to increase during the course of the late afternoon and evening hours, becoming widespread. And we've got a line of which that will pass through overnight that's out and ahead of a rather slow-moving cold front, and then we'll see a break in the action on a couple of different occasions, but we've got a very still active weather pattern in store. And in fact, showers and thunderstorms possible at times from Wednesday through Thursday, and then again from Saturday through Monday. So, yeah, active is perhaps putting it mildly. I mentioned on last night's program that we would have an interview. We still will, just not tonight, with still, from what I understand, the only person from McGoffin County to run the Boston Marathon. Of course, I covered the event while he was running, and shortly thereafter, and after he came home, we had a chance to sit down and talk with Mike Holbrook. And actually, a few appointments today that ran over kept me from getting that done, and also a story that I'll be covering tomorrow evening, forcing me to tape the program earlier. Also gave me a good time or good reason to save that interview for tomorrow's program. So I'll be working on that during the overnight and have that story for you tomorrow. And it's one of those good stories. And I'm telling you, the guy had a, pardon the pun, an uphill battle health-wise, and struggled to make it to his dream, but indeed did, and has since returned and made us all proud. It makes for a really great story, and I'll share that with you, and we'll talk about Mike Holbrook and his accomplishments in the Boston Marathon on tomorrow's program. That is our schedule as of right now. I'll be talking more in just a few seconds about where I'll be tomorrow evening and where our cameras will also be tomorrow as well. Doesn't mean I don't have a show for you tonight. Indeed, a meth arrest earlier today, and I'll show you firsthand just how the alleged dealer attempted to elude authorities with some very trick hiding places. And we'll take you to the Sheriff's Department in just a few moments and show you indeed what I'm talking about and have a full list of charges. Several grams of crystal meth and a whole lot of other drugs were confiscated just earlier today, part of an ongoing investigation for quite some time. With all of that said, I will go ahead and share with you right now, as in case there is some of you who would like to be there tomorrow, or some of you who would like to be there tomorrow, about a memorial that is planned tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock. That's where we hope to be with cameras rolling for what will undoubtedly be a very solemn occasion, certainly as friends and family, and we expect as well a whole lot of folks in the social services and law enforcement community as well are going to pay tribute to and honor a young man, a little boy, the victim of domestic violence here in McGoffin County just a couple of years ago. This is a sign that's going to be a part of the memorial. There will also include a bench that is going to be placed near the death and what was the home of Cameron Bryce Mullins. A memorial to be held in his honor. Trooper Brian Lane, the Kentucky State Police, as well as a host of other individuals are all set to be there and honor the little boy with the bench and the sign to be placed near the Dawkins Trail, near the home in which he was injured, and the injuries which ultimately caused his death just a few days later. The sign simply reads, "In memory of Cameron Bryce Mullins, December the 5th, 2006 to December the 23rd, 2010. He passed away just 2 days before Christmas. It also says an angel was taken too soon, and it asks anyone who has any information about any potential form of child abuse to report child abuse at the toll-free Kentucky Safe number at 1-877-KENTUCKY-SAFE-1. Cameron Mullins passed away after being seriously injured. He was a victim of physical abuse at the hands of his father and stepmother, both of which served a year or less in prison for his death. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract, with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications. On the heels of several significant drug arrests and seizures in the past several weeks dealing with methamphetamine, hundreds and hundreds of pills, Montgomery County Sheriff's Department netted a large amount of high-quality crystal methamphetamine today and a significant number of pills through a search of an automobile that was stopped by local authorities last night.
We've been investigating this for several months now, almost daily, I would say. And the subject in question was arrested for DUI last night, and we were able to obtain information, enough information, I would say, to obtain a search warrant today for the individual's vehicle, which we had impounded last night.
The investigation came to a head last night when authorities made a traffic stop on New 460, a vehicle driven by 39-year-old Richard Caldwell, along with a passenger that was inside the vehicle, identified as Buddy N. Mead. The vehicle was stopped for a traffic violation. The driver taken into custody for driving under the influence and the passenger charged with public intoxication. While authorities conducted a brief search after obtaining consent to do so in the darkness last night, they obtained a search warrant today and went back to the vehicle with reason to believe that there were illegal drugs inside. Montgomery County Sheriff's Deputy Neil Adams, familiar with very intricate ways that criminals and drug dealers and users use to hide their illegal stash, was able to notice some things that were out of place or just didn't seem right. The feel of a Mountain Dew bottle and a couple of large bolts that just seem to be out of place. Items that to you or I or most anyone else would just appear to be completely normal.
Well, they actually had a Mountain Dew bottle, and it appeared to be a normal bottle. It had Mountain Dew on top, Mountain Dew on the bottom, but you could like twist it and take it apart, and there was a secret compartment down in it.
And methods like this used to conceal illegal drugs makes it harder than ever for authorities to try to find them.
Absolutely. We had to set everything out, take as much of it apart as we could. There were several, probably another 8 or 10 full bottles of Mountain Dew just thrown in the car with it to make it look like it was a normal thing to haul Mountain Dew around. It's just hard. We found some other items, large bolts, large in diameter, and it looked like a normal bolt. Well, when you went to take it apart, it actually had a cap on it, and the cap come off, and the inside the bolt was hollow to hide contraband in.
In all, they seized what appears to be 20 grams, if not more, of what was said to be a very high-quality crystal methamphetamine, indicated by the large shiny rocks in the packages that are put together for resale. More than 50 pills of all sorts of varieties, hydrocodone, OxyContin, Opanis, Klonopin, Xanax, and more. And they did issue further charges against Richard Caldwell in addition to the driving under the influence charge. He was charged today with charges of possession of drug paraphernalia, 3 counts, 1 count of a controlled substance not being in its original container, trafficking in a controlled substance in the first degree, 2 separate counts, and then 1 single count of trafficking in a controlled substance in the third degree, as well as trafficking in a legend drug. He was booked after being questioned in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center just shortly before airtime, where he, of course, is still lodged. I myself became curious about the Mountain Dew bottle, and as simple as typing in bottle safe, like a safe that you would hide something in of value, was the phrase that I used. On eBay, well, just exactly the same type of bottle popped up in several different varieties. A Dasani water bottle, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, the exact same Mountain Dew bottle also appeared on the site for anywhere from $12 to $16. All making it very easy to conceal illegal drugs and other items. To some of the cases that I mentioned at the start of that report, you may recall just last week it was that there were 2 individuals charged with trafficking in crystal methamphetamine in the IGA parking lot, a local man and woman. There was also a possession of methamphetamine charge filed against an individual over the course of the weekend that we're trying to run down at this point. And of course, on the heels of that, the significant meth arrest earlier today, which once again says authorities in which there may be more arrests pending. We'll keep you indeed up to date. Here's your McGoffin County Farm Bureau sponsored community calendar, and if I look as though I'm searching, I am. It's because I have an announcement that I have that's not on the calendar as of yet. And it is about a health fair that's coming up at the Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. It's not until May the 3rd, so I'll have plenty of time to put it on the calendar and remind you. But the Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center has a community health fair set for May the 3rd, 10 till 2, with 15 different health booths offering a variety of free services. They'll have door prize drawings and a free Oh, wow. They're going to have a free cheesecake bar, just in case you're wondering. Yeah, I think a lot of folks might have just perked up. Their ears might have perked up, as did mine. If you have any questions, call 349-6181. Cheesecake will always bring you out, won't it? Here are the rest of the announcements per tonight's Farm Bureau Community Calendar. First up, a good old-fashioned fun time set for this Friday evening beginning at 7:30 at the District 3 Volunteer Fire Department there on Route 7. They're going to have a square dance, and they do this from time to time. They have a big turnout and a big time. The Joseph Family Band, Wendell Hoskins will be calling the dance. It's $3 per person to get in, $5 per couple, and of course they'll have some great tasty foods to buy as well, all in support of raising funds for the District 3 Fire Department this Friday. A square dance, 7:30 to 10. And 'tis the season, and 'tis the time to get registered for the second annual Sayersville Fire Department Bass Tournament on Paintsville Lake, May the 14th. $100 per boat, a guaranteed payout of a grand, big fish, and other prizes. Call the fire department at 349-3256. And call me anytime you've got a calendar announcement, birthday, anniversary, or an announcement like you just heard for your church, group, or organization. Tell me. We'll tell everyone about it. P.O. Box 1443 is where you can drop it in the mail. Email to yournewstoday@yahoo.com. I'm still on Facebook under Ritter Mortimer. That is getting very close to changing. We'll talk about it when it does. You can call the studio at 349-3699. You can fax it at 3221. And remember, our show is on the website every day, the following day after programming, usually at yournewstoday.com. And I've got at least a couple of birthday wishes that I'll get to in just a minute. They're still computing. Stay tuned. All right, now back to some birthday wishes. I'm still having some trouble with getting the names up there, so the first one should read, Happy Birthday, Kisha Bailey. Kisha. Kisha Bailey, love your husband and your 2 kids and a whole lot of family and friends. Happy birthday, Kisha Bailey. And as of this Sunday, this young man is the all-important Sweet 16. Happy 16 and a couple to Jackson Bryce Salyer, celebrating his birthday over the weekend, from Mom and Brian, and from Houston and a whole lot of family and friends. A happy sweet 16th to Jackson Bryce Salyer. Every birthday's important, some a little more than others, and Sweet 16's a big one. Happy birthday to you. Planned coverage of still the only McGoffin County that I'm aware of to run the Boston Marathon set for tomorrow. We'll be taping tomorrow's show early, as I mentioned to you, and of course for the memorial for young Cameron Mullins. But we'll also have cameras in Frankfort tomorrow in front of the Kentucky Supreme Court. The state's highest court will be hearing civil cases tomorrow, actually out of Pike, Jefferson, and McGoffin counties. As they convene tomorrow, proceedings are open to the public. They will take place in the Supreme Court courtroom. It's located on the second floor of the state capitol, just in case you are going to make the trip. Oral arguments will be held before the court. You can also catch a portion of which, as we will have cameras there and in the court, as we are scheduled to be there and on the program tomorrow evening. The oral arguments begin tomorrow morning at 11 before the Supreme Court, which of course is the state's court of last resort and the final interpreter of Kentucky law. The oral arguments will be presented on behalf of attorneys representing John Montgomery and Dr. Charles Hardin in front of the 7 justices who are elected from 7 appellate districts and who serve 8-year terms. The oral arguments once again set to begin at 11 o'clock with a report to follow on tomorrow evening's program. And as we get ready to turn to your Licking Valley RECC forecast, some of us, not everyone, and very few actually in the viewing area, have seen a dot or two of green over your respective area. A few showers and a few storms light in comparison to what we will continue to see build in and work its way into the eastern Kentucky area. It will be later on tonight, as this is local Doppler radar near the 6:30 hour, that we will see that more significant and predominant band of showers, the intensity comparative to now and when they arrive here appear, still yet to be determined, but strong winds, hail, and of course some good downpours are certainly a possibility as we see a line move into the viewing area later on tonight. As for now, I've still got 85 and holding at 6:30, and we'll see temperatures continue to fall after they begin to, at least to a low of 59. Clouds will increase, mostly cloudy skies tonight. We will see some showers and some storms. They will pick up in intensity during the evening hours as we see, of course, a line out and ahead of a relatively slow-moving cold front that's dipping in and giving us those showers and thunderstorms well into your Tuesday, and in fact, rather into your Wednesday. My apologies. We'll have some isolated showers after 7, and then we'll see those showers maybe lighten up and give us a bit of a break. We'll see cloudy skies tomorrow, and we'll see near 80 degrees, and then we'll see another run at some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night when we go from that 20% threat during the day of some on and off showers to a 70 and even 80% chance, a likelihood of showers and possibly some thunderstorms to return on your Wednesday night and then into your Thursday, where we've still got the upper 70s, we've still got mostly cloudy skies, and we've got a 50% chance of some showers and thunderstorms in the early morning and afternoon hours, and it still sticks to the tune of around 30% by Thursday evening. The good news is there's another break, and a more significant break on your Friday, where I do expect it to be mostly sunny and mostly clear for the daytime hours. We'll see clouds increase Friday night after the mid-70s and a low of 53 that night. Those clouds are increasing because we've got some more thunderstorms possible, again, from Saturday through Monday. Yes, just in time for your weekend. And, of course, it's also prom coming up. We'll follow this one a little bit closer starting tomorrow, but right now for your Saturday's forecast, following Friday's nice one and some clouds, then on Saturday, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of showers, and then on Sunday, 74 cloudy, and a really good chance of some showers and thunderstorms. In fact, they'll be quite likely throughout much of your Sunday. So we'll have more in your prom forecast and your weekend forecast starting next time.
I'm going to wrap it up for us on this Tuesday. Without a doubt, a whole lot of news and information that, for the most part, you'll only find if you join us back here tomorrow night for more of your news today. For now, enjoy the rest of your beautiful Tuesday evening for what left of it there is before some showers and storms out ahead of a cold front that is going to start a very active weather pattern for the next several days. Good night, and thanks for watching.